So, as I sit down to record this 80th episode of 100 Degrees, the date is April 26th, April 27th, 2026. And so that means that by the time that this goes to by this time this gets published, I will probably publish this sometime in the early afternoon on April the 28th, 2026. And so that's going to be the day of Game 5 in this Edmonton Oilers Anaheim Ducks playoff series, which is not going the way that, obviously not going the way that a lot of Oilers fans had hoped. Judging from playoff brackets that I saw, not at all like a lot of like Oilers fans seem to think that they could expect. I saw a lot of people that had this series ending in a 4-0 sweep for the Oilers, and from the very beginning, I just kind of had to look at that and being like, no. At 100% healthy, this Oilers team is a better team than the Anaheim Ducks, but this team right now is not 100% healthy. And, these Anaheim Ducks, they're plucky. For lack of any better word, they're plucky, they're pesky, and right now they have a 3-1 series lead. It's a pretty controversial one. A lot of people think that the refs just blatantly, horribly blew that goal call last night in overtime. And you know what? I'm very much of that view. I mean, when they called that a goal, they didn't even have a guy below the goal line. And this is a goal that people have literally been taking like a microscope to, and trying to use AI models to try to show that they think that this puck was all the way over the line. And they think that they could see that clearly without even being below the goal line? Like without even being anywhere near the back of the net, where honestly one of them should have been. And they think they could see that clearly? Oh, that's a bunch of horseshit. The call on the ice should have been at the very least inconclusive, and they should have gone to the control room to find out if there was a goal there at all. Instead of rather calling it a goal on the ice, needing evidence to overturn, these refs, quite frankly, they should be fired. Just like the refs after the famous leg humping incident the last time that the Oilers and the Ducks played in the playoffs. That ref should have been fired. Everybody in the control room that night, honestly, they should have been gone the next morning. But that's just me venting. The Oilers have been in this situation before. Actually, we've seen them in situations worse than this before. They went down 3-0 against the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup final, and they managed to come back and win 3 games straight to force a Game 7. We know that they can do this against better teams under more pressure than this. We know that this is a team that can do it. A 3-1 series deficit is nothing to sneeze at. But I don't think that there's nothing in the world that says that if the Anaheim Ducks can win 3 games straight in a playoff series, that we can't win 3 games straight in a playoff series and still win this thing. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying that that's what I think is going to happen. But I think that at this time, more than anything else, just for the sake of the sanity of this fan base, we need to keep that in mind. It's not like this has never been done before. It's not like this team has never done anything like this before. And I don't think that there's anything in the world that says that this team can't do it again. But now that we've kind of breathed that in, and we're taking that in, and we're keeping ourselves calm, and we're definitely not panicking as a fan base, I would hope. There's only one thing remaining now, and that is that the team has to go and do it. And at a time like this, all of that begins with just one thing. Okay, it begins with a belief. The team has to have it, and the fans have to share it. And if we don't have that, right now, we don't have nothing. And by this time, in a couple of days, we will have nothing. I mean, I will admit one thing, that right now, I am not ready for see you next year. I'm not ready for there's always next year. Definitely not in the first round. And in order for that to not happen, this team is going to have to find that belief in itself, they're going to have to find their inner gangster, and they're going to have to go and do what the Anaheim Ducks have been doing in this series so far. They're going to have to go and take it. You're down 2 games. You're down 3 games to 1 in this series. You're down 2 games in this series. The other guys, you only need 1 more to win it. This is not going to come to you. You have to go to it. 3 hard periods, every game. No excuses, no exceptions. Believe in yourself. Go do it. That's all.